Hello, everybody. I'm Brad from Napton Music Notes, and we're here in April, which is International Guitar Month, and we're just doing a whole bunch of little series on, different things, all guitar related. So I'm going to walk you through some amplifiers today. That's basically dealing with your electric guitars, acoustic electric guitars, and bass guitars. So as you can see, our wall of amplifiers here. Now, the majority of these, right out of the gate here, the majority of these amplifiers are for your electric guitar. Now, people are always asking, is there a difference between your electric guitar amps, your acoustic guitar amps, and your bass guitar amps? Yes there is. Electric guitar amps, for your electric guitar, a lot of these guys have different options as far as having a clean channel, a dirty or distorted channel. Some of them have a lot of built-in effects, like if you come up here on this guy here, you know, you have some different effects there of the chorus and flange and echoes and reverbs and all that kind of stuff. So you have all these different effects going on there that allow you to have different sounds with your electric guitar. Now, on the acoustic electric side of things, you have these guys, which, you know, are just real basic. You have your low, mids, and highs. So you have your EQ. You have a little bit of gain if you wanted to for a little bit of volume. But these are built with a little deeper speaker than your electric guitar amps, just to really handle that low end of acoustic guitars and to really get a nice clean and clear sound. Now, can you get a clean and clear sound on electric guitar amps? Absolutely. You have your clean channels. Some of these, like your Line 6 Spiders right here, are awesome. They have a channel on there called an acoustic simulator, a piezo channel where it's just, you know, it just is really crisp and clean. But still, you know, some of these have a little bit shallower speaker in them, so they just don't have the depth and hold that low end like some of these acoustic amplifiers give you. Now, the big thing is bass guitars have their own animal right here. Bass guitar amps need to have those really deep speakers because the speakers for bass guitars, they vibrate more slow but really heavy and really deep like that, where guitar amps speakers are made to vibrate a little bit faster and not so deep, a shallower, faster kind of vibration. So the speakers themselves, the difference in the speakers in a guitar amp compared to a bass amp is huge. When people talk about subwoofers, you know, that's the kind of size speaker that goes in here to hold that low end for bass guitars. So it's a big difference. Now, can you plug bass guitars into guitar amps? Can you plug guitars into bass amps? Yes. It's not the best in either world. When you plug an electric guitar into a bass amp, you're only going to really get clean sound. It's going to sound, well, bassy really. And if you plug a bass guitar into an electric guitar amp, you could run the risk of blowing your speakers on it, especially if you're really hitting those low ends and really cranking on it. The speakers in electric guitar amps just aren't made to hold that low end. So then outside of that, you have effects built into some of these, like I touched base on, you know, we looked at the effects that are in this thing. Some of them have a ton, like these Line 6 Spider amps right here. The screen that's on here, when this thing's plugged in, that screen lights up, and you can basically scroll through that screen, and there is just all sorts of different already preset sounds in it, which is really cool, because like one of my favorite ones to go into is when I'm doing lessons and the kiddos want to play, you know, heavy metal. I immediately go to the Insane channel because that is like a super heavy distortion and sounds great, and I know it's always going to be there on channel 8B, I believe it is. Yes, 8B. Anytime I go to channel 8B on this, it's Insane, and it's always there. Not that these other ones can't do that sound, it's just with these ones, you know, you have the knobs and you got to move it around and control it. And if you walk away and you have a sibling or another band member or a friend or anything like that, that comes in and starts moving those knobs around on you, if you did not notate how you had it set up, when you go to plug in, you're going to be at a completely different sound than what you were. So, you know, there's some pluses and minuses to all of them. Orange for just those real purist, nice tone, great sound, don't need a lot of the special effects, you know, and all that kind of stuff. These orange amps are to die for, as far as just their great tone, a great just rock and roll distortion, and just a crisp, clean sound. You know, and basically the rundown on these guys, they don't have a lot of buttons on them. You basically have, if you want a distorted channel, you switch the switch to dirty. If you want your clean channel, you go up there, and then you have your basic, you know, low, mids, and highs there to go, and your amount of dirty that you want on there, which is your distortion and gain. Yeah, these ones have a built-in tuner on it, which is kind of nice to have that built-in tuner on there, so you can just plug in and make sure that you're in tune. So yeah, so here again, you can see the variety of the sizes. We do have some tube amps, which just are that warm, just classic sound that especially some people that have been around for a while, like Ed, not like me. I'm a youngster in the family, right? These tube amps, they've been around for a while and just are a really neat warm sound that a lot of people are familiar with, I guess. But the funny thing about amplifiers is a lot of people know the sounds, but they don't understand, you know, what amplifiers are maybe coming from. So here again, coming in and just plugging into them. What I love to do when people are searching for amplifiers is going into one of our studios. What we try to do is find a guitar that is going to be very similar to the guitar that you have at home, because there again, like we kind of talked about and touched base briefly about when we were talking electric guitars, you know, if you have a guitar that has single coils and you're looking for a guitar amp to go along with your guitar that has single coils, but then you come in here and pick up a guitar that has humbuckers and plug it into the amp, well, guess what? When you get that amp home and plug your guitar into it with single coils, you're going to have a different sound than what you tried out here. So it's very important when you're trying out these amplifiers. If you even bring your own guitar in, we're more than happy to sit you down with your own guitar to try out amplifiers. But if not, you know, we try to match up a guitar that is very similar to the one that you have at home, so that way you really know what you're getting into when you're trying these amps out, and really have an idea of what kind of a sound you're going to have on these particular amplifiers when you have your guitar plugged into it from home. So here again, you know, the invitation is always out there to come on in and try things out, no matter what, whether it's an electric guitar, whether it's an acoustic guitar, whether it's a bass guitar, whether it's an amplifier. There's just so many things out there that, you know, people get burned left and right when they kind of just get stuff offline, not quite knowing what they're going after. So please come in and just try the stuff out. I mean, you're going to be much happier going home with something that you know exactly what you're getting into, instead of taking a shot in the dark and just getting something sight unseen. So come on in to Napton Music, check us out, and celebrate April, International Guitar Month. Yeah!